Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are the Mighty Guru Yoggers. Oh yes, we are. Well, we're in an interesting place at the moment. We are not far from the border with Slovakia on the west and Austria on the south. We're actually going to be heading down toward Austria today. We've had a bit of a change of plan for reasons that I'll come to whilst we're riding. For now, I just want to give you a little sense of where we've got to. So we arrived in a little place called Trest in the southwest of Czech Republic yesterday, and we were both feeling a little bit jaded, and we decided it was time to start looking for a campsite. When we came to look for a campsite, we discovered that there weren't any for a very long distance, and so we decided to play our let's have a hotel card. We were planning on having a hotel tonight anyway, because today is my birthday, and we just decided to bring that forward. So we went, or rather the Murgatroyd went, on booking.com, and she discovered this little place. It's a little place called Q Ranch, and they do horse riding courses and things like this here. They also appear, from what I can see, to be breeding horses. The guy who owns it refers to it as a farm, and it looks like they're doing a bit of horse farming. It's a very interesting place. I'll show you the apartment that we're in a bit, but lots and lots and lots of horses. Oh look, Stuart Fillingham has dropped a new film. And there's the latest from the Bingley Wheeler. So that's the front of the ranch, as it's called, and then this ramp here takes us up to the apartment. It was a reasonable price. I think it was about 70 euros, 65, 70, something like that. And this is us. So yeah, it's not huge, but it's not tiny. The shower was decent. And then we get a little terrace as well. See, here's the Murgatroyd sitting in the sun, or almost sitting in the sun. How are we doing, Murgatroyd?
Okay, ready for breakfast?
We're ready for breakfast, yes. So there's a swimming pool. We didn't avail ourselves of that. On the way down to the restaurant shortly, I'm going to be filming. I won't be talking because I don't want my opinions on what's hanging off the walls to be offending anybody. And you can have a look for yourself. Personally, I find it all pretty obscene. We have, over the last few days, whilst being out and about on the motorcycle, encountered a good number of level crossings. Up until now, well, up until the one we just came across here, and this one, they've all had barriers. And in fact, we got stuck at one yesterday for about 5 or 6 minutes, and the train hadn't even come at that point. This, however, is totally unregulated. There are, or there were on the previous one, big signs saying stop in the middle of the road, but they have got stop signs at the side of the road. And I was just saying to the Murgatroyd, the ramifications of getting this wrong are not worth considering. Your life is over. Just ask Pepe. Oh no, you can't, he's dead. But yeah, clearly some people have got it seriously wrong here and are now dead. Horrific. I just pulled up and thought, I'm not moving till I've looked both ways 17 times. Scary shit, eh, Murgs? Oh man, right, check again, I think we're safe. Scary. Okay, we're about 10 minutes away from the apartment we stayed at last evening. Well now, the owner of the apartments we stayed at last night recommended that we come here before going anywhere else, and you can kind of see why. This is really quite nice. Now, places like this are nothing new really to the Murgatroyd. She's been to places like this in the past. I never have, and so to me, I'm seeing it all with new eyes. But I'm quite taken with this place. I mean, the whole square here is lined with cafes and bars and little shops, and there's all kinds of little features dotted around all over the place. Yeah, I like it. And some spires up there as well, look. We're going to sit down and have a coffee now, and then we are going to be heading off in the general direction of Austria. There were, by the way, another 3 of those rail crossings on the way here. Absolutely terrifying. Fleeced police, the same everywhere. We had no idea we weren't allowed to park here. I took that to mean there was no parking charge, but no. The officious bastards have just robbed us. And we're now not stopping for a coffee. You up? Oh, just for the last little bit there, yeah. So, pigs, the same everywhere, revenue collecting scum.
I'm not going to get our change.
Oh yeah, you wait for the change then. We're just waiting for the change. So yeah, they're doing their job properly, collecting money off people who can't afford it. Welcome to Czech Republic. We're leaving. They've still got my passport. Oh, we're not leaving without that then. So here's the irony. We just got charged about 100 fucking schnitzels. No, actually. I've just signed the little conviction form, Mighty Gooey Yogurt, because I don't give a fuck. And we're now moving on. We were going to stop here and probably spend 3 times as much money on refreshments. So the local economy has just been deprived of more money than they've just fined us. Eee, ain't life good? So they were very polite about it. Before the so-called revolution that took place here, just before the turn of the century, you'd probably been thrown in a cell for about 6 weeks for that. But still doesn't make it okay. Okay, we're heading now out then to the road that will take us to Austria. How are we feeling, Murgs?
Well, I just set it for there, just above Linz in Austria.
Just above Linz. And we know what happened there, don't we?
When we stop,
When we stop, we'll re-navigate. So Linz, that's where Hitler was born.
now we've paid the fine, we can stop here for
Should have asked that actually. Yeah. Well, how long before we get fined again? We do have a laugh. Right, we'll go around this way, Murgs. If you get on here, we'll probably get fined for that as well. Pardon?
There's a sign over there saying no.
Does it? Over where?
Over there.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. But it's crossed out. You see, it's crossed out. That's why I thought it was okay.
What?
It's got a red cross through it.
No, but down that road, I mean.
Oh, down that road. So we can't drive down there.
Can't drive down there.
Well, it's telling me to go that way.
Yeah, it's all crossed out. It's very Right.
Yep. Okay. And off we go again then. So which way am I meant to go? Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I'm not sure which way. I can't work out from the sat nav which way we're meant to be going here. I really don't know. I'll just go somewhere and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I know. We've got to go back around the other way. Well, that was all terribly amusing. It really is quite laughable though, you know. A £4 fine. Do you know what? It was worth it for the story. You can hear the Murgatroyd chuckling on the back there. Now I've got to come up with a suitable thumbnail. I wonder what you get for a speeding ticket. Well, I've no intention of finding that one out. Well now, after our little run-in with the Czech police, we absconded on Fleetfoot. We rode for about 30 minutes, I think, and then unbeknownst to us, because I wasn't expecting it quite so soon, we crossed the border into Austria, which is where we are now. in a very picturesque little town just on the Austrian-Czech border. We've just stopped off here for refreshments. We have booked a campsite for this evening, and as you'll probably see on the sat-nav there, we have 2 hours and 48 minutes of riding, 107 miles in total. We've got it plugged in for no motorways, no tolls. We've just had a look at the regulations. We don't think you do need a vignette in Austria if you're on motorways or expressways. So far as we're aware, we're not going to be using any of those because they're just not our thing. Let's hope we don't fall foul of motoring regulations in this country, because I'm pretty certain that the fines are going to be considerably higher here. And so off we go on our what is now Austrian adventure. We're heading for Linz, the general area. Linz, as I mentioned earlier, is the historical birthplace of Adolf Schicklgruber, who later became, after a name change, Adolf Hitler, and went on to get a very bad name for human rights issues and so on and so forth. You all know the history. Anyway, off we go toward Linz. We are staying at a campsite tonight called Linnigruss or something like that. I'll correct myself later. It certainly isn't that. And it's fairly cheap. It's a very basic campsite so far as I can tell. They do, as well as the campsite, they do slow flowers, which I guess is flowers grown naturally rather than the mass-produced stuff that happens in flower factories. But we will see. I have to say then that we've now been on the motorcycle for 4 days. This is the 4th day. We're considering extending the rental. Now, as it stands at the moment, we are due to return the motorcycle in Prague on Friday. Today's Monday the 11th of August. Happy birthday to me. That's it. I'm not going to mention it again. I don't make a big thing about birthdays, and it's not going to have another mention today at all. We are just going to sit back and enjoy the ride. We'll ride for probably 30 or 40 minutes now, stop somewhere convenient and have a coffee, and then just keep pressing on. We should arrive at the campsite late afternoon, early evening. The important thing here is the process of travel itself rather than the getting to the destination, and so we're just investigating things as we pass them. If we do see something that grabs our interest, we'll have a diversion. And so we've been riding 4 days and we have not had a single spot of rain, not one. The forecast is set fair right the way up until the weekend, and I think I mentioned earlier it's actually suggested that it's going to get considerably hotter than it is now. Just glancing down at the TFT there, the temperature currently is 23.5 degrees. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and so it might not get too much warmer than this for the rest of the day, but there is, it seems, a bit of a heat wave coming. The roads here are absolutely spectacularly good. Hardly seen a pothole since we started riding this morning. The road up to the hill ranch where we stayed last night was a little bit rough, but the actual main roads like this are really in a very good state of repair.
I could, of course, go and ask them what they're doing, but I know exactly what they would say. They would say, "Oh, we don't have to tell you. Czech police absolutely make you. They force you to reference Kafka."